knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men. The Shadow knows.
Your local blue coal dealer presents The Shadow. These half-hour dramatizations are designed to forcibly demonstrate to old and young alike that crime does not pay. Before The Shadow's thrilling adventure begins, here's a money-saving suggestion for every homeowner. When you go to anthracite, be sure and insist on blue coal. Unlike many other anthracites, blue coal is a medium, free-burning hard coal. Its square fracture permits more draft, causes it to burn steadily down to a fine powdery ash, and give you more useful heat with less chimney and ash pit loss. You'll find that blue coal banks better, gives you longer firing period, and requires less attention. So order your supply tomorrow. Insist on blue coal for better heating results at less cost this winter. And be sure to listen at the close of today's program. We're fortunate in having a very distinguished guest in our audience this afternoon, whom we wish to introduce to you. The Shadow, whose life is devoted to protecting the innocent, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young bachelor, amateur criminologist, master of other people's minds. Only his friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, knows that Cranston and the Shadow are one and the same. Today's story, The Death Triangle. On this day, December 22nd, 1913, by the order of the authority of Devil's Island, you, Pierre Martin, are hereby sentenced to 100 days in confinement solitaire and 100 lashes in the presence of the assembled prisoners as a warning to all who would attempt to escape. Let the punishment begin.
I will find the devil who betrayed me.
1.
I will learn his name.
2.
I will kill him.
3.
I will find him and kill him.
4.
I will kill him.
5. 6. 7. 8. Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this program of organ music to bring you a special news flash from our affiliated press service. New York, December 12th, 1937. The Shadow has been found. Dr. James Evans, world-famous child surgeon, told reporters this afternoon that a wounded man who claimed to be the Shadow forced his way into Dr. Evans' private clinic and at the point of a gun forced him to remove a bullet. The wounded man then revealed that he was none other than that mysterious character who has waged a one-man war against crime, the Shadow. Before Dr. Evans could report the case to the police, however, the Shadow mysteriously disappeared. The famous surgeon believes the Shadow has little chance of surviving his wound. Our organ recital now continues.
Hello, Dr. Evans speaking.
Dr. Evans, the man you claim to have operated upon was a fake. The real Shadow has not been wounded.
The Shadow? You are the Shadow?
Yes, Dr. Evans. You don't seem surprised.
I'm not. I've been hoping you'd get in touch with me. That statement I issued was false.
False? Come now, Dr. Evans, a man of your high standing in the medical world does not issue false statements without very grave reasons.
There was a very grave reason. I need your help. An old acquaintance of mine, Rainey Dubril, the financier, has received a death threat.
Have her notify the police.
No, she refuses to do that.
Then let her take the consequences. Unless, Dr. Evans, have you also received a death threat?
Yes, I have.
Before I made this call, I investigated your past, Dr. Evans.
My past is a matter of public knowledge.
You were once a political prisoner on Devil's Island. You escaped 20 years ago with 3 others, Rainy Dubril the banker and Pierre Martin the concert pianist.
Yes, but our convictions were reversed by a high court a year after we escaped.
I know it was proved that you 3 were innocent, but what about the 4th man who escaped with you? The murderer.
Corvée. He was caught and sent back to Devil's Island.
After the escape, one of you betrayed him to the police.
I don't believe that.
Why else should he mark you for death?
Then you know Corvée escaped from Devil's Island a second time? 6 months ago?
Yes, Dr. Evans.
Then you're interested? You'll help?
Yes, I will help. But only because your life is in danger, Doctor. The world can ill afford to lose the skill and genius that has saved the lives of countless children.
You overestimate my importance, Shadow. But will you help?
Yes. When and where does Corvé's warning say he will strike first?
At Dubril's Long Island estate tonight.
How do you know this warning came from Corvé?
Well, Dubril received a miniature music box in the shape of a coffin in the mail this morning.
A musical coffin.
Yes, and when the lid of the coffin is raised, the music box plays a tune Dubril, Martin, Corvée, and myself whistled as a danger signal when we were planning our escape from Devil's Island.
Where is Dubril, Dr. Evans?
At her Long Island escape, Martin is staying with her, and I'm driving out there to spend the night. I had hoped you'd come and help.
I will help you, Dr. Evans. Tell Dubril and Martin that the shadow will be there tonight.
Good afternoon, Miss Lane.
Is Mr. Cranston at home?
No, Miss Lane, he's not.
Do you know where I can reach him?
He may be at his club.
No, I've tried there.
Well, his office?
Yes, everywhere. Nobody's seen him all day.
Well, is there anything I can do?
Be sure and stay here in case he comes home. I'll call you on the phone later.
Yes, miss.
I've got to find him. I've got to. I've just got to. I've got to find Lamont. Maybe Dr. Evans knows more than he told the newspapers. His office said he might be at home. Number 33. Yes, this is it. Oh, Lamont, I knew they'd shoot you someday.
Yes, miss?
Is Dr. Evans here? I must see him.
I beg your pardon, miss, but are you another reporter?
Yes, and I must see Dr. Evans. It's important. It's a matter of life or death.
I'm sorry, miss, but Dr. Evans has nothing to say to the press. He's not at home.
But I must see him. I must find him.
I'm sorry.
That car! That's Dr. Evans' car.
Yes, miss.
Where's he going?
I'm not at liberty to say, miss.
Oh, never mind. I'll find out myself. Taxi! Taxi!
Okay, miss. Where to?
Follow the big black limousine, the one with the green cross on the license plate.
That's a doctor's car, miss. I may have to break a lot of traffic laws if it goes through red lights.
Never mind, I'll pay the fines, but don't lose sight of that car for a minute.
Okay, lady, but this is going to be one fast ride.
Driver, slow down. That car is turning into that estate.
What do you want me to do? Go through the gates after it?
No, stop here.
Okay.
Here's $5.
Hey, thanks, ma'am.
I wonder if this is just a wild goose chase. Lamont couldn't be way out here. Not if he's wounded, dying. That car. It sounded like... Oh, but it couldn't be. It is. It's Lamont.
Margot, what in heaven's name are you doing here?
Oh, Lamont, then it wasn't true. You weren't shot. Dr. Evans didn't operate on you.
Oh, so you heard the news flash too?
The papers are full of it. I tried to find you. At your office, at home, at your club, everywhere.
I'm sorry, Margot. I should have known you'd worry. But I've had a very busy afternoon. How did you get here?
I followed Dr. Evans' car. He just drove through those gates. What's happening, Lamont? Are you trying to find out why he said he'd operated on the shadow? Is someone impersonating you?
No. No, Dr. Evans did that knowing I'd get in touch with him. He needs my help in a very special manner.
But why? Is someone after him? Threatening him?
Yes. Also the owner of this estate, the Bank of Dubril, and Martin, the concert pianist.
Are you going to help them?
I'm interested in helping Evans. He's a great doctor and a great humanitarian. His life is in danger.
Lamont, now that I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Yes. Margot, wait in my car. Keep your eye on the house. If you see a light go on and off twice in one of the windows, drive to the nearest payphone and notify the state police to come to the Dubril estate.
I'll watch for the signal.
Fine.
I suppose there's no use my asking you to be careful?
No, Margot. But I'll try. I'll try to avoid really putting Dr. Evans to the trouble of removing bullets from the shadow.
Dubril, stop pounding on the table and cursing Corvée.
Oh, that's all very well for you to say, Evans. Your turn hasn't come, but it will. If we three sitting here, you or me or Martin, don't get Corvée when he comes here tonight, you will be next on his list. You or Martin.
Don't concern yourself about my fate, Dubril. I am not afraid of Corvée.
Oh, you'll change your mind if he manages to kill me, Martin.
I wonder what it's like to die. What do you think, Dubril? Or do you ever think of anything besides your fat stomach and your money?
Oh, why you?
This is no time to argue. I have something more important to tell you.
What is it, Evans? I hear you had quite the experience today. Operated on this man who calls himself the Shadow?
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Ah, there's a man, Dubril, the Shadow. He might save you from Corvée.
Ugh, what could he do? I've had the best private detectives in the country trying to find some trace of Corvée ever since he escaped from Devil's Island again 6 months ago.
By the way, Dubril, I've always wondered, who tipped off the police when Corvée was hiding after he helped us escape 20 years ago?
Corvée was a murderer. We were innocent.
And also, who betrayed me, Dubril? That time I tried to escape alone, the first time.
Martin, Dubril, now listen to me. A moment ago, we were talking about the Shadow. Well, he isn't dying. I didn't operate on him. And then I announced that hoping the real Shadow would get in touch with me.
Did he?
Yes, he's coming here tonight to help us.
Ah, I've always wanted to see this Shadow.
You won't see him. No man has ever seen him. But he'll be here.
Ah, Evans, for a man of intelligence, you are talking like a fool. The age of ghosts and mystic presences.
You're wrong, Dubril, you're wrong. Because I'm a doctor, I can readily accept the fact that the Shadow is a master of powers of mental suggestion, of mass hypnosis. Recent experiments have proven conclusively.
Rubbish.
Allow me to convince her, Dr. Evans.
What? What was that? Who spoke then?
The Shadow, Dubril. You do not accept the theory of my power of invisibility, but perhaps you will accept the fact, for I am here.
Sit down, Dubril. You look rather pale.
If I am to help you, you will all sit down. Sit at that table there. I understand there is little time to lose. I must know the whole story, the truth, if I am to help you.
Do as the Shadow says. Sit there, Martin. And you there, Dubril.
Well, why don't you talk back, Dubril?
Be quiet, Martin. Dr. Evans, I will help you if I can, but there is one gap in the chain of events leading up to this moment.
I'll tell you anything I know, Shadow.
Then tell me this. When and under what circumstance did Corvée first threaten your lives?
It was the last day we spent in the open boat in which we escaped from Devil's Island 20 years ago. Storms had blown us off our course. Our food was gone. Our water was exhausted. Corvée, the only one who knew how to navigate, he was slowly dying from hunger and thirst.
Water! Water!
Ugh, be quiet, Corvée. There is no water. The cask is empty.
You're lying, Dubril, all of you. You've been drinking my share. Give me that bucket. Give me a drink of that bucket.
Don't do that. Salter will kill me.
What does it matter, Dr. Evans? 17 days in this open boat. Nights of storm and days of blazing heat.
Water! Water! I'm dying, I tell you, dying! You're not giving me my share. You're stealing my water. Where will you be if I die? I'm the only one who knows navigation.
Be patient, Corvée. It may rain tonight.
We might as well be back on Devil's Island. At least there was bread and water there.
Oh, bread. Bread, a crust. Just a crust of bread and water. Water.
There is no bread, Corvée. The last crust went 3 days ago.
You're cheating me. Cheating me. You only brought me along to steal the boat and now you're starving me to death. You don't want me to live, but I will live. I'll get you for this. I'll live to kill every one of you for this. You, Dubril. You, Martin. You, Evans.
Oh, shut him up, Evans. You're a doctor. You know what to do.
Look, Martin. Dubril. Seagulls.
What does it matter? We haven't no gun.
I know, but don't you see? Seagulls never fly far from land or a ship.
Look!
Look, to the west. It's land. Land at last.
You're right. There to the southwest. You can see the sun on the mountains. We're saved, free at last. Corvée, sit up. Sit up. Look, we've sighted land. There be food and water. Plenty for everybody.
You tried to kill me. Starve me to death. But I'm going to live. I'm going to live until the last one of you is dead. Dead!
So you see, that's how it all began. Now Corvée is free and out to get us, Shadow.
But what makes you so sure it is Corvée?
Well, it couldn't be anyone else.
It's Corvée, all right. He sent Dubril that thing on a table.
That oblong box.
Yes, Shadow. Notice its shape. It's a miniature coffin, beautifully carved.
Corvée was a wood carver. He was always handy with a knife.
But still, it does not follow that he is the one.
Except for one thing, Shadow. When the lid of the coffin is raised, it's a music box. And that tune it's playing is the warning signal we used while planning our escape from Devil's Island. Remember, the four of us knew it. Dubril, Corvée, Martin, and myself.
Stop it, Evans. Stop that cursed thing. Stop it, I tell you, I can't stand it.
So you have a conscience, eh, Dubril? That danger of vain recalls the past, doesn't it?
Stop talking about it.
Looks as though Corvée means business, doesn't it?
Don't sit there conniving over me. You forget. Your turn may be next, maybe tonight even.
I'm not forgetting anything, Dubril.
You'd better steady yourself, Dubril. I'll get you a drink.
Oh, never mind. Here's the decanter. I'll pour it myself. Oh, that tune. Where is it coming from? I smashed the coffin.
Good heavens, Dubril. It's the canter in your hand.
Someone changed the decanter. Corvée, he did it. He's here, and he's been in this house tonight.
Dubril, where are you going?
To my room. I don't trust anybody. I'll be safe there behind locked doors. And if Corvée comes, I'll be ready for him.
Wait, Dubril. Wait.
Let her go, Dr. Evans.
She shouldn't be left alone. Corvée may carry out his threat.
Are you sure it is Corvée?
What do you mean? It must be. It couldn't be anybody else. The coffin, the decanter, are his warnings.
I know, but you said the four of you knew the signal. Are you sure it isn't one of you?
Of course not.
I thought you said this shadow was here to help us.
I am, but I am content to let events lead themselves to a logical conclusion.
You mean you won't use your power to save us from him?
I shall use my power at the moment it is required, Dr. Evans. Right now, for instance, look on the table. There's a note where the decanter was standing.
Good heavens. Corvée has been here. Listen to this, Martin. You are the first, and you will die tonight. Rémy Dubril.
Before we continue the second part of the Shadow's exciting adventure, here's a question for every homeowner. When you buy a vacuum cleaner or any other household product, you always make sure it's trademarked and therefore guaranteed by a responsible company. Then why not take the same precautions when you're ordering your supply of anthracite? Don't order just any coal. Insist on blue coal, the only trademarked anthracite. Then you'll be sure of getting better, more economical heat from a coal which is actually better in quality. For blue coal is a guaranteed product of America's largest anthracite producer, the Glen Alden Coal Company. Their mines are located in the heart of northern Pennsylvania's richest anthracite deposit, and their coal is screened and rescreened many times for proper sizing, then carefully tested for any possible impurities by inspectors. Only upon passing that thorough laboratory test is blue coal accepted for shipment to blue coal dealers. Remember, furnaces in this part of the country were especially designed to burn anthracite, and the finest anthracite money can buy is blue coal. Call your dealer tomorrow. His name is listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the name Blue Coal. And ask him about Blue Coal's automatic heat regulator. This thermostat controls your furnace dampers and enables you to keep your home at a steadier, more even heat with a minimum of effort and furnace attention. A blue coal heat regulator costs but $18.99, plus a nominal installation charge, and it will pay for itself in time and fuel savings for you.
Dubril, wake up. I've come for you.
So you've come, Corvée. Why, you poor, deluded fool. You think I'd let you kill me in my sleep? I've been awake, waiting here in the dark for you to come. A little light? So, you've grown a beard since I saw you last, Corvée. And your hair is gray.
That gun in your hand won't save you, Dubril. If I die, I will take you with me.
Listen, Corvée. I didn't steal your food in the open boat, I swear it.
Oh? You also betrayed me to the police. You told them where to find me. And I am not the only one you betrayed, am I, Dubril? You betrayed Martin the time he tried to escape alone, didn't you, Dubril?
Yes, but what do you care, Corvée? He wouldn't take me with him, but I did not betray you.
Have you paid Martin for those 100 lashes? And those 100 days of bread and water he got because you betrayed him?
Oh, he doesn't know. He never will know it was I.
Dubril, remember how we passed the long days in that open boat throwing knives?
Don't raise that knife, Corvée.
We got so good we seldom missed.
I'll shoot you if you move.
Martin was the best, but if you shoot me, Dubril, my knife won't miss.
Wait a minute, Corvée. I will make a deal with you. Listen, Corvée. You're out to get Evans and Martin, too. If you throw that knife, I will shoot you and you will never get them.
You would help me kill Evans? I know he's here in the house.
Yes. I hate Evans and Martin, too. I will help you get them.
So you would betray Dr. Evans to save yourself, Dubril.
The Shadow. Corvée, don't be afraid. He's only a man. By some trick, he can make himself invisible, but he's flesh and blood. Quick, lock the door. We'll deal with him first.
He won't get out.
Now, Shadow, what can you do to stop us? Speak up, I dare you to speak.
Listen where his voice comes from, Dubril. Then shoot quickly.
No. This shot would bring Evans and Martin. Throw your knife, Corvée.
Make him speak. I won't miss.
Speak up, Shadow. We will find you anyway. You can't get out.
I am here in the corner.
In the far corner. Throw your knife, Corvée. Oh, you missed.
But he was there!
No, only my voice was there.
Throw your voice. He's there in front of you, Dubril. Shoot!
Yes, I will shoot now. Yes, I will shoot, but not the Shadow. He came here to help us catch you, Corvée, and he has. Your knife, it's gone. Now, Corvée, you are helpless, and now I'll deal with you.
You treacherous snake! You fool! You think I'd carry only one knife? This one is for you!
You devil! But I will take you with me, Corvée!
Dubril, open the door! Dubril!
Dubril is dead, Dr. Evans.
Corvé's kept his word. Where is he?
Look there on the floor by the window.
Corvé? That's Corvé?
Dubril tried to save her life by promising to help that man kill you.
Dubril? Dubril offered to help Corvé kill me?
Look closely, Dr. Evans. Remove the gray wig and the false beard.
It's Martin?
Yes, Martin disguised as Corvé.
Still alive and breathing.
Get away from me, Evans. Don't touch me. I hate you. I hate you both.
Why did you do this, Pierre? Why?
I hated Dubril because she betrayed me on Devil's Island. I hated you, Evans, because you have got all the things I've always wanted. Success, fame, glory. It was I who sent the musical coffin, the warning note. I knew you'd think it was Corvé. I got Dubril, but Corvé will get you, Evans. He's after you. He will get you, and he will kill you.
Martin? Not breathing. He's dead.
Yes, Dr. Evans, he's dead. You are quite safe now.
You forget Corvé.
No, Dr. Evans. I knew when I phoned you today that it was not Corvé who sent the musical coffin.
What?
I knew it was not Corvé. It had to be Martin or Dubril.
Why didn't you stop them?
Martin or Dubril were both criminals plotting to kill you. If I'd stopped them, your life would have been in danger as long as you lived, hating you always for having obtained the things that life denied them.
But you forget, Shadow. Corvé may find me succeed where Martin failed.
Never. I learned the whole history of all of you before I saw you.
Yes?
Everything, Dr. Evans. Your escape from Devil's Island after Dubril's betrayal of Martin that resulted in 100 lashes. His resolve for vengeance from the authorities on Devil's Island. I learned the truth about Corvé's last escape.
Yes. Yes, I see now why he hated us. But what about Corvé?
You are safe now, Dr. Evans. Safe from Corvé. The chain of logic is complete. 3 months ago, a bleached skeleton was found on a deserted beach at Trinidad. It has just been identified as the body of Corvé.
In just a moment, you will hear from our surprise guest. But first, John Barkley, Blue Coal's heating expert, has some timely advice for householders.
Thank you, and good evening, friends. Many householders, when firing their furnaces, shovel in what they think is the right amount of coal, then close the door and leave the fire. This is by no means the most economical way to fire a furnace. To get the most satisfactory results, follow these simple rules. First, shake the grates gently when it's necessary to make room for fresh coal. Stop shaking as soon as you see the first red glow in the ash pit. Next, with a shovel or a hoe, pull the live coal forward so that the fire bed is level with the fire door in front and slope downward toward the back of the furnace. Be careful not to stir up the layer of ash underneath the coal. Put the first charge of coal into the hollow thus formed, filling it up to the level of the fire door. Always leave a spot of live coals directly in front of the fire door. This hot spot will ignite the gases rising from the fresh coal and prevent them from escaping into the chimney unconsumed. I thank you.
And now, gentlemen, the Shadow Program has the honor to present a man who has spent his life bringing criminals to justice. It's with great pleasure that I introduce you to the Assistant District Attorney of Queens County, New York, Mr. Anthony Lavati.
Thank you, Miss Roberts. I don't know anything about crime on Devil's Island, but there are times we could sure use a fellow like the Shadow here in New York. You couldn't lend him to us by chance, could you?
Well, I'm not so sure you really need him, Mr. Lavati. Law enforcement has made such marvelous strides here in the past few years. However, I'll ask the Shadow if he's available.
Do that. But seriously, Ms. Roberts, I'm grateful for this opportunity to congratulate Blue Coal and its dealers for sponsoring this Shadow program. They're really doing a great job, not only in entertaining the public, but in showing people the folly and absolute uselessness of crime. In fact, Ms. Roberts, all of us in the business of law enforcement appreciate the splendid cooperation we've been getting from the Shadow broadcast.
Thank you, Mr. Lavati. It's very gratifying to know that our efforts to show that crime doesn't pay meet with the approval of you and your associates. And I'm sure our listening audience joins me in congratulating you on the successful war your office is waging on the crime in New York. It's been a real privilege to have you in our audience this afternoon, and I hope you'll stop in again.
Oh, thank you. I shall.
This program has been a dramatized version of one of the many copyrighted stories which appear in the Shadow magazine, now on sale at your local newsstands. All the characters and the incidents named are fictitious. Any similarities to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The shadow knows.
Next week, same time, same station. Blue Coal, America's finest anthracite, will again present another thrilling adventure of the Shadow. Be sure to listen and be sure to burn blue coal, the solid fuel for solid comfort.